I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and today we're going to be taking a detailed look at the Bravo Sierra toiletry bag, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. Let's dive in. So starting off with the materials here, we have a nylon exterior, and that's pretty much it. So this little carry handle over here is like a seat belt material. So you can see it's a little bit like shinier and more slick than the rest of this toiletry bag here. But I'm gonna bring this material up a little bit closer to the camera so you can see the sort of, the durability here. So it is a fairly sturdy fabric. So there's no specific denier listed, but in general it feels pretty thick here. And then the seams along all of the edges are really tightly sewn. So this, this is designed to be more of a rugged case, and it does really fit that bill. So if you're looking for something that does have that durability, then this is a really great option. The biggest thing is that it is a little bit on the larger side. So it's 9.5 inches wide and 6 inches high, and then on the depth on the sides here, it's 5 inches. So I don't have an exact liter measurement for you here, but I do have a few items on the inside to kind of give you an idea of the sort of room that you do have in here. So this is a little bit larger than I need, but it's really great if you like bringing it, some like larger toiletries on trips where you're not going to be flying and you don't have that limit. This is a really great option for that. I have a couple of different like lotions and stuff that I use on every day, so I kind of buy them in like a larger size, and they fit really great in here. And sometimes I don't really feel like bringing really small containers of things, if I'm in a rush and I just kind of want to pack everything up. So this is really great for that. So kind of just getting right into the inside here, we have just a unbranded zipper right on the outside, and it goes from one side to the other with a little bit of room to spare. So you can kind of see this. The actual shape of this is, it's kind of boxy, but there's no built-in structure to it. It's sewn so that it does have a little bit of structure with it. But in general, like if you wanted to squish this down, you could. So like say, I'm not filling this as much as I want to, and I have, a little bit of extra space that I wanna save. There's a lot of room to kind of squish this as you need to. So that's really great, and then it hops right back into its form when you're ready. But one thing that I will say, because it doesn't have that structure and these zippers go along those sides, is that it can be a little bit sticky to open. So, if you're just pulling the zipper without any sort of additional support, it's a little bit harder. On this side, you have this carry handle to use as support, but when this is open and I've sorted through all my stuff and then I'm ready to close it back up again, I have to kind of like squeeze this bottom part and then move it over a little bit more clunkily. So that's something that I did miss, is some sort of like a pull tab or something on this side that I think would just give you a little bit of extra leverage when you're opening it. Overall, it's not like a huge nuisance. It just makes it a little bit harder to like quickly open and close it if you want to keep it closed on your countertop. So I have a lot of fairly small items, so there's no organization on the inside of this. It's just an open, like basically dump pocket. And then the liner here is, it's kind of like a TPU sort of. So it is easy to clean if there is a spill, versus the outside here. You can see, where did it go? I got a little bit of, it's not super obvious, but I got a little bit of like stuff on the outside here. And I was able to pretty much clean that off, but it did get like a little bit more noticeable more quickly than on the inside here, which is nice and easy to just wipe clean with a rag or something like that. So on the inside here, I just have all of my stuff that I would just kind of use on a daily basis. So, sunscreen and deodorant and toothbrush, and I'm not gonna walk you through everything that I have in here because that's not super helpful, but this is like a larger sunglasses case, and this fits really great in there. I have this container, which is round, and I have a hard time fitting this in a lot of toiletry kits. So this was really nice to be able to just fit this in here, no problem. And like I said, I mean, this is, I think, yeah, this is only 3 ounces. So something even larger than that can still fit in here. And then I've got this, this container here. This is 6 ounces. And just kind of as a marker of how this fits in there, there's still a ton of room to spare. So I found myself kind of struggling to fill this. And because it does have this more flexible structure and it's not so rigid, it's okay because I'm able to just squish it down when I don't need all that extra space. But I did find that it, with everything kind of flying around, I was a little bit more aware of like breaking something in there like a hair clip, and I know that's, you know, not something everybody's going to carry, but just something to keep in mind that because it is such an open space, it really is best served with like larger items that can just naturally stay in place on the inside there. So overall, it's a fairly simple toiletry bag. As you can see, it's just kind of like this open little pocket for you, very subtle branding on their end. So there's like a little bit of a patch here. It's softer than the rest of the nylon material, but still pretty subtle. It's made fully in the US, so here's this little tag on this side here, still pretty subtle as well. And then overall, it's just a pretty sleek version, just a little bit on the larger side if that's something that you need. So there you have it, the Bravo Sierra toiletry bag. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.